he is a caring, knowledgeable, qualified physician. All of us in the healthcare field have known what an important impact he has had in orthopedic care in our community. When you would call him and when you would call his office, you would get an appointment. And let me tell you, when you're a primary care doctor and you've got a patient in your office with a broken bone and you're looking at that and going, I need an orthopedic doctor for that. It's important to have someone on the other end of the phone who's going to be there for you. So all of us know what a great doctor Dr. Bhuller is, but there's a lot of stuff you guys don't know about him, and that's what I want to talk about a little bit more tonight. I think there's a resume in the little package that talks about him, but I just want to hit a couple of the highlights, because they are very impressive. He was a founding board member of the John Randolph Foundation and served on that board for 9 years. And a founding board member of the Cameron Foundation and served on that board for 7 years. He has done work with the University of Richmond, he has done international work in Malaysia and India, but having been involved in a board as a founding board member myself, you just can't imagine the tremendous amount of work and hours of founding the board. And I know he's the only person in our community who has been a founding member of John Randolph and Cameron, and the tremendous impact those two foundations have had on the community we live in. He has been the absolute vision and driving force behind Chef. I began on the Chef board when he began as chairman, and I was able to see firsthand his skill, his knowledge of working with nonprofits, his persistent and stick-with-itness, that to see that things got done the way they should be done, and to see that the board got founded and started in a way that it would last and be here for a long time. I don't think there's any question that he was responsible for students in our area getting, hundreds of thousands of dollars of scholarship money to hundreds of students since Chef was founded. So on behalf of the board of directors of Chef, it is my privilege and honor to award to Dr. Bhuller, Dr. Gurpal S. Bhuller, the Gurpal S. Bhuller Award for Community Service.
Dave Fixie called me. Those of you who remember Dave Fixie, he was the previous CEO of Southside Regional Medical Center. And he had a job for me. He said, we want to start a new foundation. And I said, oh no. And he said, I want you at least to be a part of it, but I've got some very good people to help you out. Nancy was there and a few of the others. Fred was there to help you. It took us a while to get it going, and you can see the results that have taken place. I'm very grateful to the Southside Health Education Foundation for giving me this honor. I didn't do much. I just did what needs to be done, And sometimes when the call comes, you got to heed the call. There's an old Chinese parable illustrating what heaven and hell is. In hell, according to this parable, you see people sitting at a big dining table, all laden up with food, but they're all very frustrated because they can't feed themselves. They can only feed themselves with long, long spoons that are stuck to their hands. And since those spoons can't get to their mouth, they're very frustrated. But if you go to heaven, in this parable, you see the same table, but everyone's happy. And the reason everyone's happy is because they use those same spoons to feed others. So others get fed. This is a metaphor of how we can transform our own little worlds by helping others. Only when we help others can we make the earth a better place for ourselves. Ralph Emerson once said that performing service is the rent that we pay for living. And it is one of the most wonderful compensations of life, because you cannot help another without also helping yourself. So we do ourselves the most good when we help others. And if you look at it differently, doing nothing for others is essentially the undoing of one's self. So I thank you all for coming out, joining us in this effort to help others. Remember, we all make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Thank you very much.